All right, so Mr. Barrio, again, thank you so much for being here with us. We really appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for
Uh,
inviting me.
yeah, so let's do start with some questions. So you have won a lot of competitions, and many of them are great, very famous international competitions. Did your career just take off after winning those competitions?
It's hard to say. uh, I would say that it's accelerating a lot your visibility and of course it's giving you so many concerts. So everything is going faster. I would say, but
Right.
I don't. I wouldn't say it's absolutely you have to do these competitions to do something in your career. I mean, from my side, it was just yes, getting faster and maybe meeting people, meeting many people in different countries. Thanks to that, because of course, he's a winner of this competition, and okay. So, but yeah, for me, it was a very good experience. To be honest, I was very happy to do that. It was the occasion also to discover a lot of new repertoire, to play a lot of fantastic concertos with orchestras and to be
Hmm.
invited in many places. So yeah, I was really happy about that, even if I don't like so much a competition aspect of these events. But I mean, okay, competition is everywhere,
Hmm.
even in music. So yeah, we have to go through that sometimes. So.
Yeah, can you elaborate more? What do you mean by you're not in favor of the concept competition?
Um, it's hard to say. I mean, this guy is better than this one. I mean, for which
Uh,
reason? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
of course, you have many technical aspects. Okay, he's playing cleaner, he's playing faster, or whatever. But sometimes it's just about feeling. Okay, he's playing this way, and I don't like it's a way of seeing Mozart or Rossini or Donatoni. So it's, I mean, it's not sport. It's not only about going faster or further. So sometimes I feel bad being in a jury. I mean, just like, okay, this guy
Mm,
is better. No, for me, I'm more sensitive to this kind of playing. But yeah, it's that's life.
right, that is right. Yeah. Um, what's your suggestion for music students who's one competition? I mean, so here's the thing. For a lot of students who are trying to get into the solo careers, they want competitions, and then I mean, many people want competitions, but it's hard to sustain their name out there for a long time, like you have. So, what are your suggestions for people who have won big competitions but wanting to sustain their names?
I guess today there's more competitions than when I was doing them like 20 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and you're absolutely right. I mean, it's hard to keep your name at the top a very long time. But I mean, when you win a competition, you shouldn't wait that things come to you. In my
Uh,
opinion, I mean, you
mm,
have to be proposing. You have to be there. I mean, at the source of many projects. And if you wait that agents or companies or concert manager coming to you, I don't think it's working like that. Except if you are the winner of Queen Elizabeth competition for violin or I don't know, but for clarinet, I guess it's not functioning like that. So of course you
mm,
can get concerts, but things are not so easy. So you have to get in contact with CD labels and
uh,
agents, everything, if you wish to. I mean, but
right.
if you are just waiting for things coming to you, maybe it's not the best solution.
Wow, that's so interesting. So even for students who won like international one, like Nielsen, ARD, Geneva, even with those big
I
names.
know it's not enough. Honestly, it's not
Uh,
enough. Yeah, no. Nielsen is
that's
very nice
great.
competition. For example, you get concerts, you get very
Yeah.
nice amount of money, but that's it, and then it's finished. So no,
Hmm.
it's not. No, it's not enough. Yeah,
Wow.
and in all your life, it's like this. I mean,
Yeah. Nothing is given for free.
absolutely, you're right.
I see. Yeah. That's great advice. Yeah. I think for a lot of us, we would believe if I mean, still for me, for a long time, I thought even, because it's so hard to win one of those super, famous international competitions. Wow, that's great. Even
Mm.
those won't promise you anything.
Mm. I mean, it's like when you get elected in a country as a president, for example.
Yeah.
Everybody says that you have 6 months to change everything. If you don't do it in this first 6 months, then it's over. And for us, it's just like that. You have the okay, you are the new winner. Your name is shining, and then you have to bring all your projects together. If
Mm.
not, someone else very good is coming after you, and then it's more complicated.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Thank you for that. That's great advice. Yeah. So what would you say is the smartest thing to do then after students graduating from university or conservatory, or schools of music with the music degree?
Um, it's a very good question. I would say you have to choose exactly in which path you want to focus first.
Right.
I mean, all my life I try to do everything, but sometimes you have to focus on something. Okay, now I would like to do some orchestra auditions. It's a very specific work. I want to focus on international competition. It's a different work. You want to do
Hmm.
chamber music to create your group, and you want to get concerts. It's another work.
Right.
So I guess you need. It's hard to do everything at the best level and at the best quality all the time. So I mean, in my case, I was first doing a lot of international competitions, and then a few years later, I said, okay, now I would love to get in an orchestra, and it was a hard work really to get to understand the way you have to play and you have to show yourself to get uh, inside a nice orchestra. I mean, and then I wanted to develop my career as also as a solist and a chamber musician, and then that was again another part of the different work, and you need help from different people. So yeah, I mean, you have to just set priorities, and then you just engage as much work as possible in that path.
Mhm. Amazing. Amazing. Great advice. Thank you for that. Yeah, I couldn't agree more because yeah, I think for you, I mean, we're gonna talk more about this, but you said yeah, you have done so many different things. What do you think is the advantage of doing that instead of just focusing on, like, let's say I want to be a soloist and then all I do is competition, or I want to be an orchestra player, all I do is auditions? Because I think a lot of music students I have seen have this sort of tunnel vision, is that I have to put all my life to this one thing or I won't get it. What do you think of that?
Uh, I think uh, you need balance anyway in your musical life.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Doing only one thing is, I mean, it's fantastic because you can reach a very, very high level in
Right.
that field. But having multiple experiences with multiple people and meeting more people is always inspiring and increase your level in the first path you were exploring. Uh, so that's why I didn't want to choose anything. I mean, especially, I mean, playing clarinet, we have fantastic repertoire, but it's not so big. I mean, I'm not playing piano. So I think I would regret, I mean, not to explore everything. I mean, like period instruments, contemporary music, orchestra repertoire, chamber music repertoire. We have so much richness in every field. So I wanted to do everything. I mean, I wanted to play with all ensembles, with strings, with winds. So that's most important for me. I mean, just like getting inspiration for as many people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that I have this richness inside myself. I mean, just like to, for me, it's not possible. You need inspirations. You need inspirations playing with people, but also listening to people. And I mean, when I was in the conservatoire, I was always going to the other classes, cello classes, violin classes, piano classes, singing classes, just to learn from them and listen to them. And I learned so much, maybe more than my clarinet class, which was fantastic. That's not the point. But I got so many new ways and new point of views to speak about the same things, and that was amazing. And I got new words, new perspectives, and I think I got richer from that. And that's what I wanted to do in my career. I mean, I wanted to get inspiration for many people, for many different instruments. And if you get everything, you just get better in every field because you get this point of views and this background, which is definitely more important for me than being in the tunnel vision, as you were saying.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Again, thank you for that. Okay. So when you were a student in school, right? We all know you have amazing techniques. All of your videos are just fantastic. We all love it so much. And the pieces you play are just unbelievable. And we're gonna talk more about that in a little bit. But so when you were a student in school, right? You just said you were doing so many different things. How much did you practice every day, and what do you do usually?
I didn't practice enough for sure. I
Really?
mean, when I entered the conservatoire, I was only 14 years old, and I was, of course, still at school. I mean, just for my normal studies. And I didn't have at the beginning some special schedule for that. So I was all day at school, and then at 4 or 5 p.m. going to the conservatoire, and I was just so exhausted and had no time.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it was really hard at the beginning, and then I had to learn how to be very, very efficient in a short time. And
Hmm.
to be really honest, I needed time to achieve that. But when I understood that I had to do this, and when I understood how to do that and be really efficient in, I don't know, in 1 hour a day or 1.5 hour a day of personal practice, then things became easier.
I
But
see.
yeah, that was really complicated because I'm not I'm not a huge worker. I mean, I don't stay 6 hours on my clarinet a day for my personal practice. I mean, I have no time for that yet. It's not possible anymore anyway. But no, at my maximum, I was practicing like 3 hours a day, but in always very short sessions. I'm always
Wow.
still now doing like 30, 40 minutes, but 100% focus, efficient, without phone, TV, anything, contact with anyone, just like, wow, 40 minutes. And then I stop for 2 hours doing something else. And then I come back to my clarinet and practice again. And I mean, at least for me, it's functioning much better than 3 hours in a row and then off. And I mean, I'm not able to still to stay focused for such a long time.
Right.
So, and anyway, now I'm playing in my orchestra, I'm teaching, I have my family life, I'm doing my hobbies, videos, and everything.
Oh yeah.
So I've no time for practicing alone and doing scales and study books every day. I would love to, but it's just not possible anymore. So
Yeah.
you have to be more efficient. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, because I'm the kind of similar situation. I started college with a due degree, which I just don't have a lot of time to practice, and so many classes to take, so many obligations. I'm starting projects on the side. I'm doing podcasts, social media. Yeah,
Mm,
similar. But I'm the exact same situation. I feel like when I try to stay like in 1 hour, by the end of the hour, I'm like zoned out. I think especially
mm,
for wing players, like I think I lack some oxygen up there. I just can't focus. So I mean, and then later down the road, I learned to practice shorter chunks, but spread over time. But I do hear people say this that
mm.
the 10,000 hour rule, right? I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like you gotta practice many hours as you can, and then you will be someone. What do you think of that?
No, of course you have to practice. I mean, you have
Yeah,
to
of course. Yeah.
dedicate a certain amount of time for exploring, feeling, thinking. But uh, no, for me, it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, depends on
I'm
people.
always, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm just focusing, practicing, and even if it's not working, okay, I let it for 1 day, 2 days, and then always better after 1 day or 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Just
Mm-hmm.
mature when it's just getting yours and maturing. So yeah, for me, it's always working like that. So I don't want to be like stuck on a problem and just like getting nervous about that. I'm confident. I mean, I say now it's not working. I try to understand why it's not working. So I'm going to correct it, and then it will come. And
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. Time will be the best your best partner for this. So yeah, and just practice something else and don't waste your time on one thing. And it's always coming when you have good explanations and when you're diagnostic. Yeah, diagnostic. I don't know how you say that in English.
Yeah.
If your solution is right, and that's also the good thing having a good teacher giving you
Oh
good
yeah.
advices and to be better. But no, I, I want to. Life is so short. I mean, you need to do so many things. I don't want to stay on my clarinet 12 hours a day. I mean, it's my personal choice, but I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's same for me. Actually, for me, the more I practice, the more nervous I got when I play. And when I don't practice that much, I just let it go because I'm like, I've done so much preparation. I might as well just, let me myself be confident and present myself. And then it turns out great every time. It's a very subtle and weird
Mm.
thing, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like managing stress on stage. It's
Oh yeah.
exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all about your preparation. I mean, it's not about the amount of hours you spent, but
Yeah.
is everything clear in your way in your direction? I mean, uh, did you think about everything? Are you really clear about your musical direction, about your technical direction? Do you know exactly what to do at this place? And if everything is clear, you don't need 100 hours. You don't need to be
Mm,
focused and clear. And then stress is a less, well, let's say, it's a less a
right.
problem. Yeah, but if you don't, yeah, it's all about preparation. If you didn't think about that, then stress is overwhelming and problems are coming.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's the same
that's
for.
yeah. Sorry to cut you off, but I just thought that's so interesting. Let's do reiterate on that. What you said is all about preparation. It's not just about practicing on the instrument. So it's everything
Absolutely.
else. There's
Yeah.
a whole different, all the aspects, not just playing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No. I'm spending more time on my score without the clarinet, just like
I
deciding
see.
exactly what I want to do, putting my hours. Okay, I want this direction, and then I want to do this, maybe this dynamic, and then I want to give this color, and then I know there I will be rushing because as you have this rhythm, so I should just like subdivide and just be calm and slow down, and
Mhm.
everything is like that, and when everything is set up before. Then I start practicing my clarinet and just like check everything is working, and then I can play without not never without stress, but with not an annoying stress that is bringing problems. Just like with a good stress, giving more speed and more adrenaline. That's it. But
Amazing.
when I don't have to do this work, then it's not like this. Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's
Great. Great. So great. So great advice. Yeah. A lot of students are only thinking about playing. I think so. I think that's what's happening. And then, yeah. Wow. Wow. Thank you for that. Again, once again, great advice for us. Okay. Let's move on to talk about some fun stuff. Your projects, yeah, your social media stuff, your video editing. I mean, again, besides the playing part, which is of course absolutely impressive, and the pieces you do play a lot of violin pieces, piano pieces. Now you're bringing Chopin, just amazing. But it's more impressive to see the editing
thank you.
skill. So do you edit your own videos?
I do everything by myself. I mean, I have no team, no help, no.
Wow.
Yeah, from the beginning to the end, I'm just like alone. That's why it takes some time. I mean, I always do a video like in 2 or 3 weeks because I just have I mean, it needs time to edit everything. You have to do the arrangements, then you have to practice, then you have to record it, and then you have to do the video editing. So everyone who did some video editing know that it's
Yeah,
taking a
yeah.
lot of time, especially if you want to apply some very simple special effects or green screen stuff. And
Oh yeah.
and if you just want to get ideas, I mean, just to make something a little bit more fun, or I mean, you just need a little bit of imagination, and you need some time sometimes.
Amazing.
So yeah.
I mean, still 2, 3 weeks. That's super efficient. How many hours do you spend on doing this project alone every day?
It depends. It depends of which kind of video. If it's a full orchestra video, it can be very long. When I'm
Yeah.
bringing all my friends home just to record everything, it can take 1 month, honestly. But
Hmm.
okay, if I do a solo video like Bach suite for cello,
Hmm.
I can do that in 2 hours. So
Yep.
that's sometimes I need to do something lighter and easier, just like just
Yeah.
to yeah to gain some time. But no, honestly, a normal video is between let's say 20 or 30 hours editing, only video editing, uh, I would say. And then practice for 1 week practice on my clarinet.
Hmm.
And arrangement is fast in general. I mean, it's one day, that's it. But,
Amazing.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
but maybe we'll see in the future. I mean, things are coming back, concerts,
Yeah.
tours, everything. So I don't know if I will be able to maintain this how to say this speed of editing. We'll
Hmm.
see. But for now, I'm still having fun, and I like that a lot. So
Yeah, we certainly appreciate watching them. They're so fun.
thank you so much.
Amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
So what has your social media usage changed or your presence in your social media changed about your career? Do you think it really boosted your career? I mean, okay, so here's what I'm getting. I think a lot of classical musicians are sort of hesitated about being present on social media in terms of a new format. Your video is complete new format, which is approachable for younger kids. A lot of times people would just play very serious orchestral music, post on YouTube, and honestly, that doesn't really get a lot of views. But you are not afraid as a very famous image and soloist, and then to bridge this gap and do something innovative. So, what do you think? Why do you think that's really important for you to do?
Honestly, when I started, I didn't think about that. I just wanted to have fun. I mean, I
Okay.
had so much time during this lockdown. Okay, let's learn some new things, practice these softwares, and see how it works. And I wanted motivation for practicing my clarinet, because
Mm.
if I didn't had these projects, I would be playing on my PlayStation for a whole day. So, and I didn't want that. I didn't want that. I did that in the past, and I don't want to do that anymore. So, okay, let's do that. And okay, I should release this video this time, and I should be ready this time. And I want to, okay, and I need this just to go forward and stay fit, and having good shape on my clarinet. So that was my start idea. I was
Hmm.
not thinking about my image or anything, and then I thought about that later, and I said, okay, is it good for me or not? And I said, okay, I don't care. It's just something else. It's
Amazing. Yeah.
it's just something else. I'm just creating something I feel that is interesting for some people and funny for me. That's it. And then I had so many different reactions. It was really so many DM like, why do you do that?
Oh yeah, really?
I said,
Hmm.
I have so many, mostly by colleagues, and I say,
Oh, okay.
yeah, because I'm having fun and make me practice, and I'm really happy about the result. So fuck off, and that's it. And
Interesting.
uh, yeah, and then I got also so many different reactions from people telling me, "Oh, this is funny. I mean, it makes my lockdown little bit more bearable. And many kids, I didn't know which instrument to start, and I wanted to start the clarinet thanks to you.
Yeah.
And that was a fantastic reward for me, or from teachers telling me, oh, your video are nice, so I'm sending them to my students just to motivate them. And that was also so nice for me. I mean, I was so happy. I mean, from these reactions. So again,
Yeah.
okay, it's worth going on. I mean, it's really nice. I mean, I don't care about some colleagues. I mean, some of them wanted to do that, but just didn't do how to do that.
Yeah.
Didn't or didn't dare to do that. And I say,
Right.
okay, it's your problem. I mean, of course, I mean, putting a funny costume and just doing some funny things. Okay, it's I mean, it's part of me also. So I mean, I'm a serious solist playing Weber and Mozart sometimes, but I want to
Right.
have fun. And,
Right.
yeah, I don't
And I
care
think that
about that.
I think that's a huge barrier needs to break between the classical music world and younger kids. And that's mainly why I started my social media, because I've been playing all of those stuff very serious level and all of that, Mozart, Weber, and all these been playing 1,000 times by people. And
Mm.
I started doing the social media, in which I think musicians need to know how to entertain better. And it's not a bad thing, I don't think, which but yeah, I agree. In social media, is a very noisy world. I mean, you have all kinds of
Absolutely.
different comments. You have the ones that love you and the ones that hate you, and then you have to deal with that. It's stressful sometimes, but at the
Yeah.
end, that's right. When I post something that's so funny, it always goes two ways. There are people who think, oh, you go to Northwestern, you study clarinet, why are you doing this? And there are people who, dude, I love your videos, you give me so much energy, and you're so funny. And so yeah, it's a it's a mixture of a lot of things, which is interesting,
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. But you're right. I mean, it's a concert is a show, is a live show. I mean,
Yeah.
so of course, I want to respect the music and the composer as at a higher level possible, of course, and that's what I try to do in my videos. I mean, always the musical aspect is the most important, and I try to do it at my best. I mean,
Hmm.
best technique, sound, and musicality, and everything. But then, why not adding some entertaining stuff? I mean, why not? It's not about being so serious with a sad
Right.
face and a suffering face and all the time. And why?
Right.
I mean, it's all
Exactly.
together, and you have to touch as many people as possible, just doing your best. And at least on a musical point, I mean, it's so important. I mean, I don't want to betray the music and the composer, but yeah, that's my point of view, and I think we share it.
Yeah, certainly,
That's not,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I Yeah, I mean, a lot of my friends have reached out to me like, dude, you suddenly become this influencer, which I hate to call myself, because that's not, where it came from. I certainly agree that's not where you was coming from either. But yeah, people are kind of skeptical sometimes. But yeah, it comes two ways for sure. you
Hmm,
know,
hmm,
but yeah, I think
absolutely.
at the end, I think it's something musicians, especially classical musicians, need to learn how to accept, because again, it's a very small niche. If we just play Mozart all the time, we can only speak to a certain amount of audience that's so small. But if we do a
Hmm,
variety of different things, we can speak to the people on a larger scale. That's really why I've started social media, and it's been doing
hmm,
super great to see in terms of bridging connections with you and other people doing this podcast. I have personally just benefited from so much from doing all the projects on social media for sure. Yeah,
hmm, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
Bravo for doing that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and thank you for your videos. They certainly motivate me a lot to practice. I tell you that. Yeah, amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. One last thing, actually, I don't want to hold you for too long. I know you're super busy. But before we end, so for someone because here's the thing about social media, is people are very insecure of presenting themselves on the internet, because again, we've said it's a two-way thing. Some people hate you, some people love you. So, what are your suggestions for musicians, especially teenagers, on how, like, if they do want to start a social media page or anything, what is the suggestion? How they can deal with the stress and all all the difficult voices out there that's judging
Mm,
them.
yeah, I guess it's a very good thing if you do it the right way.
Hmm.
The third thing is doing social media is just filming you by video. That's the first thing. So you need to watch yourself in video, which of course is a fantastic thing because you have to listen to yourself, you have to correct yourself, and you realize many things that people don't see when they don't do this. So filming you is something really nice to get better. Is the first thing before releasing it on social media.
Right.
So use it first as a teacher and as a tool for getting better. That's the first thing, and then you can improve your level as fast as you can. The second advice would be always be humble. I mean, don't think that you are going to make a revolution or anything. I don't know which kind of social media you want to do. You want to do some practice videos. You want to do some just filming your concerts and release it just to get comments.
Hmm.
But I mean, yes, do your best, but be humble and very open to every comments. I mean, even the bad comments are maybe mostly the bad comments are full of if they are done the good way, of course, are interesting. So you
Yeah.
can improve yourself, and yeah, of course, some haters are not interesting. I mean, that's another problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and try to do something also very personal because, as you said, there's
Mm.
so many noise, so many people doing that now. So at least do it at your image. Don't try to copy someone or to do the same because you will do it maybe just worst. So just do something if you can a little bit different and at your image. I said it's the most important. These three things: improve your level, be at your best, be humble and positive, and yeah, find your way. And nobody should be the key for success, I guess.
Yeah. 100% agree. Yeah. Fantastic. Amazing. Very, very thankful for you to present yourself here today, Mr. Badiou. Take your a very precious time and gave us so much value. I certainly enjoyed our conversation and I learned a lot from
Me
you.
too.
So thank you so much for being here. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.